Hey friends, it's Amy from raisingarrows.net here. I am 8 days post-op and I wanted to fill you in on days 5, 6, 7, and so far for 8. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so things could change, but I wanted to kind of give you an update of what's been going on because the last update I gave, I talked about the pain and how day 1 was pretty rough, and what I didn't realize was that I was going to wake up on day 5 absolutely miserable. I woke up extremely swollen. I mean, just beyond swollen. I think I was about 20 pounds over what I'd gone into the hospital at. And then on top of that, I was super nauseous. I was nauseated the whole day long. I could hardly eat anything. I couldn't look at food. I couldn't talk about food. I did not want to take my meds because I was convinced that was what was making me sick. I felt absolutely awful. I did go ahead and take my meds, but it was just really, really hard. And it seemed like the ibuprofen was worse than the Percocet. So anyway, I felt really, really bad that day, like so bad that I couldn't have updated if I wanted to. And then day 6 was not any better, but I had to get on the road and drive to my post-op appointment 2.5 hours one way. My husband obviously drove me. I didn't drive, but we got up early in the morning and we drove to my post-op appointment, and I told her, I am nauseous. I feel horrible. I am super swollen, and she could tell. I mean, she could tell even in my hands. Now my hands look a little better today, but she's like, you are very swollen. And I am one of those people that after surgery, I do swell. Every single one of my C-sections, I was very swollen for quite some time. So I'm just one of those people that retain water very easily that way. And she said, it'll just take time for that to go down. I had pictures of my 4-day post-op on Instagram, and you can also see those on the blog on my Diastasis page. And I looked fantastic. Everything was very trim and slim, and it was really shocking to me actually how good it looked and how unswollen I was. And then that next day to wake up and be like, whoa, I'm huge. So that was kind of rough, and I felt very defeated those days. Very negative about the whole situation, and I really didn't think I was going to be one of those people who was like, this was not worth it. But I did. I had some moments where I thought, this was not worth it. I am in pain, I'm sick, and I'm not really sure that this is going to work. I will say, sorry, my boys are being loud out there. I will say that is one of my worst things right now is my own negativity. I'm being kind of negative about things. Even before I went into the surgery, I asked the doctor about revisions because I have this very terrible fear that this isn't going to work, that this isn't going to be good enough, this isn't going to solve the diastasis, that I'm going to end up right back where I was with that huge bulge, and it's just not going to be repaired. Because I have to be honest, my fascia was shot. She said that. She said the only other thing she could have done, and of course I was under, so she couldn't ask me about it, and she didn't feel like it was fair to me, but to just give me this huge vertical scar. She said that really would have been the only other thing to get things any tighter. And I have to be honest, at this point, an idea of a revision is terrifying. But I asked about it before I even went into surgery. That's how kind of negative I was going into this. So I'm really trying to change my thinking about this whole thing and not feel like this is just doomed to fail from the very beginning. I think it's because I've spent so many years with this, so many years trying to make it work, make it better, do things to fix it. And it hasn't been fixed. And so that's been really frustrating to me. And so I think I've kind of gotten in this mindset that nothing works, and this isn't going to work either. But I really need to change that. I really need to think positively about this. Just put this in the Lord's hands that, this is where I was led to, and it just is what it is. I do not feel any longer like it was a mistake or anything like that. I actually woke up day 7, so 1 week exactly post-op, somewhere in the middle of the night, things totally changed for me, did a total 180. My surgeon changed up my meds. She gave me tramadol instead of ibuprofen. So what I ended up doing was taking the tramadol and then only the Percocet at night. And then she also gave me anti-nausea meds, and I just totally turned a corner that night. I've hardly had to use the anti-nausea meds now. I think I took 3 of them total, and I am so much better. I can eat, I can think about food again, I can talk to the kids about food and things like that. I mean, it was to the point where I couldn't even help them make a menu plan to go shopping because I could not stomach the thought of food. I still can't eat a lot, and that's fine. I can't eat a lot because I think there's just not much room there. And let's see what else. But yeah, that 7 days post-op was just like a huge change. A lot of the swelling went down. When I woke up that one morning, I was about 20 pounds over what I'd gone into the hospital. When I woke up 7 days post-op, I was only about 9 pounds over. So huge difference. Now I'm still very swollen, and I'm going to put pictures at the end of this of what I look like currently. You will see that I am swollen. Lower abdomen's pretty swollen. Where my belly button is pretty swollen. The whole thing's actually pretty swollen. I mean, the doctor was like, she recognized that it was very swollen. But she said it's just going to take time. And of course, everything I've read says about 3 months of solid swelling for some people, and then sometimes up to 6 months before you really see what you really look like. My intentions from now until then is to, number 1, heal, and then number 2, start a regimen with the tummy team and Fit to Be when I'm ready to be back to exercising. I have a post-op appointment the end of January, middle to end of January. And after that, I think I'll be cleared to exercise. But what I'm going to do is do the diastasis recti type exercises because I don't have the muscles. I don't have the strength there. And so I kind of am starting over from scratch. And so I want to do this right. I want to do the best that I absolutely can with this. And so right now I'm just kind of trying to take it easy. One thing that I did realize today, because I have to go up to where our new house is, which is about 4 hours from here. My son is going to drive me, and I'm going to meet my husband up there. We are closing on a house in our new city this coming week. And I have no clothes. I have pajamas, and I have 1 pair of sweats that are like an extra large. So I'm definitely not going to be getting back into my jeans. There is no way I'm going to get into my jeans. And I did not keep any of my fat jeans. It just wasn't something that was in my head that I would ever need to have those again. So I got rid of all of those. So I am going to send my kids to the store today, and they're going to try to find me some just elastic waisted large or extra large pants that I can wear out in public, because it may be several weeks before I can get those jeans back on. So that's kind of crazy to me, but I need to do something. I need to have something that looks decent to be able to go out in public and close on this house and some other things that we need to do. And so that's one thing that I didn't think about. Most everything else, I've had things pretty under control. The drain I wanted to tell you about as well. So my drain, I don't remember if I told you this previously. My drain never really drained much. My surgeon said that, oh, I got a sad baby. My surgeon said that there was not a lot of fat there. And so the drains did not drain much, even from the beginning. I think like the first day out, it was like 10 cc's. I don't think I ever went over about 20 cc's. So when I went to the 6-week post-op, she was like, just pull the thing. So, and that was very simple. And in fact, today that's already scarring over and looks really good. I still went ahead and put some gauze over it. I just don't want it to be exposed and rubbed on or anything like that. But I do tend to heal pretty well with scars and things like that, like my C-section scars and stuff like that. I had surgeons, my OBs, who said if they didn't know I'd had a C-section, they never would have been able to tell because my scars heal so well. So I'm really hoping that's the case with this as well, that I don't have any real, infection issues and things like that. Because I don't really care what the scar looks like. I'm not going to be wearing a bikini or something like that. What I do care about is in the process of it healing, I don't want to have any infections or any issues there. That's really the major concern for me. So that is where I'm at. I feel so much better. I am still in a recliner, but I changed out my recliner. I don't know if you can tell. My other recliner was a lift chair, and it's on the other side of the room there. It would not lean back very far, and it was super uncomfortable, and I got where my back was hurting. On my back still hurts, but not when I'm sitting in this chair. In that chair, I hurt all the time. And so the night that I came back from the surgeons, I had my son and my husband move, or the night that I came back from the post-op, I had them move this chair in. So I attribute that to some of my turning over a new leaf that night as well, because this was so much more comfortable. No, it's not a lift chair, but the kids do help me put my feet up. I can put my feet down by myself. It fits me better. It's a smaller chair, so it fits me better. It's just more comfortable. And so I have actually been sleeping really, really well since I moved to this chair, besides the medicated nightmares. Those have been fun. But I feel like I'm finally feeling better. Now I just want the swelling to go down, and I really want to be eating nourishing foods and things like that. That's another thing that I'm a little stressed about, is that I'm just sitting here not getting some of the normal foods that I'm used to eating, and I can't get them for myself. And so my kids are doing the best that they can, and my husband's doing the best that he can, but I don't know. I don't want to gain a ton of weight just sitting here doing nothing. But anyway, we'll get there. It'll be fine. And like I said, I'm really working on having a more positive attitude about all of this. So be praying for me about that. And here at the end, I'm going to show you the pictures of what I look like today, 8 days post-op. I'll do a front view and a side view. And you can see the swelling. It'll be very obvious, but I do feel like things are moving in the right direction. So we will see you again at a later date for another post-op update. And thanks so much for watching these. There's a whole playlist of these diastasis recti pre-surgery all the way through that you can watch. You'll see that at the end of this video as well, and you can always check out on my blog at raisingarrows.net. There is a page, if you just search for diastasis recti on that page, you'll find a whole, or on my website, you'll find a whole page full of resources and things that I've done over the years and things that I feel like have helped and things that haven't helped, and all of those kinds of things. So anyway, you can check that out. I'll have that link down in the notes section here as well.